Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 7th, 2017, and today is Friday. So, first Friday of the month, let's look at what's happening in the economic events of the day. So, biggest thing today is non-farm payroll. That's happening at 2:30 South African time. Okay, so just be aware of it. All day today, we're having G20 summit meetings. So it could be a little bit choppy today. Just to recap on 2:30 South African time, Canadian dollar unemployment change. So that could be a wacky currency to actually trade today with the U.S. dollar with non-farm payrolls. So it could be a little bit volatile and indiscriminate. And then at tentatively today, GBP, Governor Carney will be speaking, so that affects the British pound. And then 6 p.m. tonight, we have a Fed monetary report. Okay, I don't think there's any surprises, but just let you know that it is happening today. So let's see what's happening in the market. Okay, so we're going to start here with the Euro USD. You guys know that I love this, and we've really been anticipating this. It really didn't come in yesterday, and we called the bottom here. Okay, right here was the support level. We had said that this would have been, a nice retracement level for it to bounce off of, and that's exactly what happened. Okay, so just be wary that, let's take it a little bit better. Just be wary that 1321 is a major now support level, not a major, but it is a support level as we've inched in back to this 1400. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. And we're just below this 1436 level and looking like we want to take it higher. Now, there is a U.S. number coming out today, and if it is favorable, this is obviously going to correct itself and go back down. However, that might be just the case, okay? But it has been trading wacky, not wacky, but it's trading with volume and umph, and really some great opportunities to really jump into it if you're buying the right side and selling the right side and just, chipping away as a scalper. Looking at the GBP USD as well, it didn't come in as sharply as the Euro USD, and it's not bouncing as sharply as the Euro USD, which I'm a little bit surprised at because the GBP USD is a little bit more volatile. But we're inching back again to this 130 level, as well as, the US number coming out today. Things are at their thresholds. We like to see something, turn around for the better or for the worse, just that, we have some sort of confirmation. So, those are the two ones that I would keep an eye out for the non-farm payroll today, that we are at resistance and we may just sell off with some favorable reports from the United States. But in case we don't get the favorable reports, we could really, break these resistance levels and find ourselves in new highs relatively, okay, multi-year. In the Euro USD, we haven't broken 114, 115 in over 2 years. So that's a major correction for the Euro USD. Now looking at gold, gold is in, is just at the bottom of the range right here, also 1221, at a resistance, at a support level, excuse me. And you see that we're just battling with this on, bouncing and getting up any higher. So keep an eye on this as well. Oil correctional move continued to 44.95. It was a nice move. But this is really where oil should be. Okay, if there should be quote unquote a price for oil to be, this would be it. Correctional move, just because the output hasn't really changed. In oil inventories are staying stable. So things are stable. The price is stable for oil, so keep an eye on that. On the Dow Jones, a little bit of a sell-off yesterday. Okay, Tesla came out with some negative news. People taking, their profits over 200. But we've seen this and we anticipated this. Going right after the holidays, summer trading. This has been the biggest correctional move almost since our previous correctional move. So there's a major resistance at this 21,450-ish level. So just keep an eye on that and see how this unfolds. Looking at the DAX as well, the correctional move, we're back down to 12,364. Let's see if we sustain this neckline because we're right there. So I'd like to see some sort of positive news. So this does happen, okay? What is this that Fred is talking about? We have a correctional move right before a big number, okay? And then we have an opposite move, okay? So, I don't want to say that we're going to just bounce today, so everybody should just buy here, but just be aware of the fact that, we're sold off and there's no really impetus for us selling off. So sometimes what happens is that the market reacts to something before it actually comes out. gives you an opportunity to actually buy or sell it, okay? And then when the news comes out, you know, it just pops right back up. So just be aware of it, okay? I'm not saying that we're going to bounce today, but, you know, we are trading at support level here, and we may bounce. So just keep an eye on that as we unfold later today. This is Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish everybody a beautiful weekend. Thank you.